Vâng, xin chào quý vị. Với lúc này thì tôi đang có mặt ở trường quay của K Cộng và chuẩn bị sẽ có một cuộc phỏng vấn vô cùng thú vị, vô cùng đặc biệt với huyền thoại của CLB Arsenal và giải Ngoại Hạng Anh, một cuộc phỏng vấn trực tuyến và đó là huyền thoại Wright. Hello, good afternoon from Kplus studio in Vietnam to Mr. Wright. I am Việt Phương, a football commentator of Kplus. It is such a great pleasure for me today to have a really special conversation with you. How are you and how is going on there?
It's okay. It's good. You know, obviously, I'd love it to be a little bit different, but that's the way we are at the moment. We all have to play our part. But you know, I'm getting to spend a lot of time with my wonderful wife and my children. So, you know, it's good. I miss football, but you know, it will come back when it's time.
Yeah, very happy to hear that. Could you tell us the British people meet sports and especially football?
Yeah, I think the whole world is missing sport, and especially the Premier League. But I think we all realise that safety is first. The thing is that the Premier League is part of especially mine, is part of my daily life, and it's part of the British people's and the world daily life. So of course we're missing it, but we all have to play our part, and hopefully when the time is right, we'll get it back. But yeah, we're very much missing it. We're missing sport in general, and I think that people now realise how important sport is for people's that makes people happy.
Yeah, commentator like me, like us, is really miss people, miss football too. Liverpool and fans is not only, but also many players, many clubs in Premier League really happy to hear that the Premier League will come back when it restart. But what would it mean to Liverpool to be a champion?
To be honest, the way Liverpool played, not only this season, but last season as well, they deserve to be the champions. And you know, you're hoping that the league will be able to restart and they will be able to claim the trophy, which they deserve. They've played magnificently for the whole of the season. But at the same time, like I say, when we have to make sure that it's all right for it to do it. You know, we want Liverpool, like they deserve to lift the trophy. 30 years they've been waiting for this moment, and something so unprecedented like coronavirus has come along and has deprived them. So you're hoping that a solution will be found where they'll be able to finish the games and win the trophy with integrity, because I think that they have represented the Premier League around the world impeccably. They've been magnificent for the last 2 years and they deserve their trophy.
When the ball's rolling,
Yes.
the match is very competitive because of the races to the qualify for UEFA Champions League and Europa League, and some clubs at the bottom of the table of Premier League is avoid being relegated. Everything is really competitive, right?
Yeah, but this is what people love about the Premier League. As much as Liverpool made it look very easy, they were magnificent. But when you look at the bottom 6 teams, the competitive nature for these teams, every single one of them, from Brighton, you could go all the way, Brighton, West Ham, Watford, Bournemouth, Villa, Norwich, all of them are still very much in trouble. The competitive nature of the bottom of the league is just as intense as the top. But like I say, you look at the top and it's still competitive for teams like Leicester and Chelsea and Manchester United, who have to try and get back in there. Wolverhampton Wanderers, Sheffield United. You know what I mean? It's the competitive nature of this league is amazing, even though Liverpool are so far in front. And that is why the Premier League is loved by everybody around the world, because it's so competitive.
Yeah. From the point of view, which team is take advantage from the long break?
You say which team? I wouldn't say team so much. I think it's maybe injured players.
Yeah.
And
like Jose Mourinho in Tottenham Hotspur. Yeah.
Exactly.
Many.
Yeah. So Harry Kane, like Marcus Rashford.
Yeah.
I think people like that, they get time to maybe get more time in this time to get the rest and get the recuperation that they need. But I think that this time is important for managers who took over. Someone like Mikel Arteta, Carlo Ancelotti, and even Mourinho. Mourinho, when he went to Tottenham, he made it clear to us, excuse me, that it's a very, very difficult job. So now that he has this time where he can sit back and look at everything what's going on, what he's got to try and do, and all the time he's giving his main player, Harry Kane, the time to come back, I think it will benefit people like Mourinho, Mikel Arteta, Carlo Ancelotti, those kind of teams who need to sit down and plan their strategy more.
Yeah.
So I think it will be a big help for them.
Yeah. It's okay. Let's keep going. When the ball, when the league come back, I think the football clubs will play 9 games in 6 or 7 weeks. In fact, that in Boxing Day, the schedule of all the club is very harsh. And do you think that a top club can play 9 matches in a month?
Yeah, I think they can. And to be honest, I think they will have to. So what's going to have to happen is that they're going to have to properly manage the players, once they've finished the recuperation. I remember, when I was playing, we played a lot of games in succession. I wouldn't say it's as intense as these games are going to be, but what happens is that in between, you manage yourself as a player. You make sure you're getting a lot of rest. You don't train as much on the training field. You just go through drills, shadow play, where you just say, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, without too much energy being exerted in respects of physicality. So, yeah, I think that if that's the way it's going to happen, I think that the players and the clubs will be able to deal with that. It'd be a good solution, yeah.
Yeah. Do you think that the Premier League clubs have enough time to recover the body, to maintain the fitness in this time, to come back to the games?
I think that what's going to happen.
How do they train at home?
Well, the thing is, everybody throughout the whole leagues, not just the Premier League, but the leagues below as well, everybody gets programs sent to them from the football club that they have to do on a daily basis. So all the nutrition, the fitness, the diet, every single thing that you would do normally is being sent to you. So you, as a professional footballer, you have to be disciplined enough to take on all the instructions that you're being given at the moment. So I think that by the time they come back, they're going to still need a few weeks to get to a certain fitness level. And then you got to understand that teams will be at different levels of fitness. And what this will also show is which players have been adhering to the what can I say, the instructions that they've been given.
Yeah.
And who has been doing it the most, which teams, because then we'll find out, because there'll be players with different fitness levels. But if they're doing it at the same time and everybody's doing it right, they should be at the same kind of fitness level. They shouldn't be some down here and some up here. They should all be in and around here. So if that's the case, then once they come back and they're all together on the training field, they could then start to move and get fit together. That's going to take a few weeks as well.
Yeah, we hope that they can keep the peak performance for the games to come back.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. Can you give me a prediction for top 4 of the season?
Top 4?
Yeah.
I'm going to probably go with, obviously, Liverpool.
Yeah, of course.
Manchester City. And then Leicester.
Yeah.
And I'm going to probably say Manchester United.
You believe in that?
I think Man United started to get a nice little bit of form.
Yeah.
Bruno Fernandes came and he started to give them a lift, and I think that Man United may sneak in.
Yeah. How about what do you think about the chance for Arsenal, your former club?
I think they did too many points.
Yeah.
We're too far away in respects of trying to catch the top 4. But I think that it's something that if we could have got there, it would have been great. But I don't think we're going to be able to make that. But then again, I could be proven wrong. If teams slip up and Arsenal can catch form again, they may be able to do something. But it's a very, very tough ask. But I think that the time Mikel came in, with the amount of time he had, I think he's done great up to now. I think next season once this all settles down and we're out of the lockdown and everything, and next season starts and it gets back to normal, I think that Mikel is on the right track to start to implement some good form.
Yeah, so you have a belief in Mikel Arteta, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Do you think that he can keep Aubameyang in the squad in the next summer transfer window?
Well, we hope so, because we know that there's lots of teams who like Aubameyang, and why wouldn't you? He's a magnificent goal scorer. If he wasn't in our team, we'd be in a very bad position. So, of course, we're hoping that he can keep him. Aubameyang, I've read the other day somewhere where he said, yeah, he's happy. He's happy at Arsenal. So, hopefully, he will maybe sign the next contract, which is a very big contract for him. It's the contract where, you know, he's signing the rest of his football career away to Arsenal. So, he has to be very careful with that. But he's at the age where he may want to leave to win something, but I hope he wants to stay to try and help Arsenal to lift back up the level that we need to be.
Yeah.
But, you know, he's at an age where he's got a lot of a decision to make. So you're hoping that he makes a decision to stay at Arsenal, because we need him. We need him at our club.
Yeah. And now for the old competitor of Arsenal, Manchester United, they are doing very well before the long break. Do you think that they can come back and even better with Paul Pogba come back and he will play alongside Bruno Fernandes?
Oh, fantastic! Yeah, the midfield looks good. You're saying that the defense with Maguire and Bailly, you know, and Wan-Bissaka, you know, it looks very strong. The midfield is an area that they had a little bit of problems with, but Fred was playing fantastic. You know, Bruno Fernandes has come in and he's been amazing. And then if they could put Pogba in there, and then once Marcus Rashford comes back with fitness, Anthony Martial up front, then you're looking at a Manchester United team that's very, very strong. Yeah. So they were on good form before he left. Bruno Fernandes, you have to say, came in and gave Manchester United a massive boost to the whole of the Manchester United fan base. And so hopefully Pogba, if he's going to stay, will come back and he'll give them the same kind of boost. And if he does, and if Manchester United can play, if Pogba's form can come in and match Fernandes' form, then you have to say Manchester United are going to be very close to coming back to where everybody expects them to be.
Yeah, no matter what, this is the combination that the fans really longing for, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we can talk about the players. For example, do you think that who is the player of the season?
The player of the season for me, Sadio Mane.
Sadio Mane.
I think Sadio Mane was for me the player of the season. People were talking maybe Jordan Henderson, who was fantastic, and when he was missing from Liverpool, you could see how much they missed him. But I think for the big games and for the game-changing moments in games, for the last 2 years, Sadio Mane has been outstanding. And I think that for me, again, this season, he's been outstanding, and he would be my player of the season.
Exclude Liverpool, who else you impressed this season?
Obviously, Leicester. I think Leicester were fantastic. Wolves are amazing. I love watching Wolves. They're a very good football team. They've got a great mixture of players. Same with Sheffield United. Sheffield United have been fantastic this season. And I have to say, the pressure that Frank Lampard has been under at Chelsea, for them to stay in and around where they are, because they're fourth, and Man United are 3 points behind them, but you know, Frank Lampard as well and Chelsea, because they missed so many chances, Chelsea, they could have been a lot higher than they are. So I've been impressed with them, but I think, Leicester, Sheffield United, Wolves have been fantastic this season.
How about the scorer? Do you think who will win the scorer this season?
Well, you have to look at Jamie Vardy's up there, but he kind of went through a little bit of a patch where he wasn't scoring. And when you look at someone like Aguero, Aubameyang, these kind of guys, they can, bam, all of a sudden, Salah, you know, they can all of a sudden, they can score a hat-trick, bam, another, and then another two, bam. So you have to say, at the moment, obviously Vardy's in the pole position, but you have to say someone like Aguero and Mohamed Salah, as well as Aubameyang, they can score goals at a quick rate.
Yeah.
So I'm going to probably, you know what, I'm going to put my head on the block and say Salah.
Salah. So when you talk about scoring goals, many people feel sorry for Harry Kane because he has injury. But do you think that in the summer transfer, he will move to Manchester United with a price at around £200, 200 million pounds?
200 million pounds.
Yeah.
To be honest, if I had to buy a player that I wanted to score goals, then I'd probably be looking at Harry Kane. I know there's a lot of talk about him leaving, and it would be a massive loss for Spurs. But if we're going to be totally honest, if Harry Kane was to go to Manchester United with Pogba, Fernandes, Marcus Rashford, all those players around him, Harry Kane's going to score a lot of goals. So it doesn't surprise me that there may be a link, but it depends. It depends on if Manchester United want to spend that kind of money on Harry Kane. Because if they do, you know one thing's for sure, if they create chances, he will score them. Whether or not Harry Kane wants to leave yet is a different story. But at the same time, if Tottenham don't do something soon, then he's going to end up scoring loads of goals with nothing to show.
Yeah.
And, you know, with Manchester United looking like they may like him, he's got a decision to make.
Yeah. If it happened, maybe many fans of Tottenham Hotspur will be very worried about the future of the clubs. Do you think so?
Yeah, without a doubt, because if Tottenham haven't got Harry Kane, what we've seen when they haven't got Harry Kane is they don't score as many goals, which Harry Kane out of any team is going to be a loss to the team. So what Tottenham need is they've been for many years needing to find a second striker, somebody who can, when Harry Kane has been injured, can come in and score goals, but they've not found that person. So if Harry Kane was to leave and they still haven't found that person, then they're going to be in serious trouble. So, of course, Tottenham fans will be petrified thinking that this might happen, because if I'm Harry Kane and Manchester United came, I would have to think about it.
Yeah. Okay, finally, the last favor, can you send a message for Vietnamese football fans?
All I would say is thanks for your continuous support, you know, and hopefully football will come back soon and we can start seeing the pictures and all the images from there.
Yeah.
Again, it's always so good to see the pictures of everybody celebrating with their teams. I know they love a very big Manchester United fans over there. Is that right? And Liverpool.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? So hopefully it will come back soon and we can see you guys being happy again watching football.
Yeah, so big thanks for Mr. Ian Wright for the really special conversation today. We hope that you, your family and your friends will be healthy for the day to come, and hopefully the pandemic will be soon controlled and the Premier League will be come back soon. I think that the next conversation between us will be happen directly without using this application, right? Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you so much.
Hopefully.
Thank you so much today. Vâng, vừa rồi là một cuộc nói chuyện vô cùng thú vị cùng với huyền thoại của giải Ngoại Anh Ian Wright, và qua cuộc phỏng vấn này chúng ta cũng đã thấy được là tinh thần cũng như là sự mong muốn trở lại của rất nhiều người hâm mộ nước Anh cũng như là các cầu thủ của giải đấu này. Và hy vọng rằng với cuộc phỏng vấn vừa rồi thì quý vị cũng sẽ cảm thấy vô cùng thú vị, và chúng ta sẽ chờ đợi những cuộc phỏng vấn tiếp theo cũng rất thú vị với những huyền thoại khác của giải Ngoại Anh.